Andy Laird made a presentation this past week about the history of trains in Renfrew County, focusing on a couple of rail lines, including the Booth rail line and the K&P. He got interested as a young boy, listening to his neighbor, who also was a conductor for the K&P rail line.
So what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about combination of model trains and actual train history, and how they're kind of tied together and how I've tied the two of them together. Like, I enjoy history, I enjoy trains, and I'm actually working on a permanent display, which will be in my garage, of some local trains and railways. And I started with the K&P. Now, what got me going on the K&P first was I grew up, well, as Jim said, in Renfrew, but I was actually in Horton. And my neighbor was Ed Blair, who was the station master at the K&P junction. I don't know if anybody here, some people may not remember the junction building, but it was the end of the line for the K&P, and he was the station master there. So as I grew up as a kid, I heard railway stories, and everybody as a kid had trains. I mean, I had two older brothers, we had a train set. It's long gone. But about 30 years ago, I thought I'd get back into a hobby because I figured when I do get old and do get time to retire, I'd like to have something. So I started collecting.
During the presentation, there were a lot of neat stories, like how MJ O'Brien met his wife while surveying the K&P.
No, MJ was tied in more with the K&P. He actually did a lot of he was hired as one of the final surveyors, basically from Berryville. That's Berryville Lodge. Like, MJ had a place out there, and that's how he actually met his wife. He was actually trekking through the bush, surveying some of the line for the K&P, and he came out to a farm, and he met his future wife. But they eventually lived and had a place out at Berryville Lodge.
If you're interested in hearing the whole presentation, Cogeco TV will be airing it in full, so check your local listings and stay tuned. Reporting for Cogeco TV News, I'm Richard Levoy.